What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things that they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to wear them.
Things I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubt that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubt that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. We're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back up. Yes, I have my doubts. So we're all messed up and out of touch. Let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think while I lie awake and contemplate at night are wearing me out.
Good evening. Hope everybody's doing all right. Fun times. What is YouTube yelling at me about? Hang on. The stream's current byte rate of 2,684.27 kilobytes per second is lower than the recommended byte rate. We recommend, well, and then it says open widget. What if I don't want to open the widget? You know what happens when you open widgets? Man, I had to use a special shampoo down there. It wasn't a good day, man. So I am not opening your widget. Thank you. Oh, no, that's just telling me that I don't have my settings set correctly in the back end of my software. No crabs needed. Anyway, let's talk about a little bit of news. Okay, we're done with that nonsense, and we're moving on. No, it's been kind of a messed up day, and I should say a messed up. That's hard to say it. When you got a mouth that looks like you do meth, you can't say meth. Anyway, it's been a messed up day, right? So, lots of interesting stuff has been coming out. Unfortunately, some of it I am not about to tell you about. You can go to any number of the other YouTube channels that is covering the information. It has to do with laboratories and, these little bug things like that. Something in that area, that direction, but that's as close to it as I'm going to get. Because regardless of what all these other channels say, I'm the one that gets hit with the misinformation for talking about it. So I ain't going there. But that's in the news today, and it might be in a headline. I think it is in a headline. That's as close to touching it as I'm going to get. This is nonsense with YouTube. It really honestly is, because I pay attention to what I say, and I'm careful when I do touch on those topics, and I'm pretty damn sure that I follow the rules. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but when I watch other YouTube creators, when I watch people like Tim Pool, when I watch people like Peak Prosperity, and they really get down and deep into it, and I don't even do that. I pretty much just kind of go through the surface of it, a little below the surface. But I usually don't dive down into one particular thing and, beat it to death. There's a lot of channels that do. I don't know. I don't know why I'm special. And I'm sure I'm not special. It's probably like a random lottery thing, right? You won the lottery. Here's your YouTube strike, That's probably really what it is, because I'm going to be real honest with you. If they really went hardcore Nazi on their policies and wiped out everything that they could according to their policy, there wouldn't be much on YouTube. Wouldn't be much, and I can't say the things that there would be left on YouTube because, YouTube would give me a strike. So, hell, if I said that, YouTube would go give me a strike on the other channel for saying it on this one. Shit, better not give them any more ideas like that. Anyway, nothing though that was real crazy, bizarre stuff as far as news is concerned. No nukes going off as of yet, but there's still time. There's still time. We have until midnight. It's just after 8 p.m. here, Central Standard Time. So we've got a few more hours for the bell to toll. Damn, I make it sound like, I'm hopeful or something. No, I'm not hopeful. And stuff like this makes me not so hopeful. Let's go ahead. Yeah, hang on. I gotta have coffee. If we're gonna do this, I gotta have some coffee. 1 second. Because we're going to go there. We're going to go there. We going. Bring your banjo, Bubba. We going. Young people turning to TikTok for health information, says a study. Hold up. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. Wasn't TikTok the same place they were getting the bright ideas of eating, I don't know, things like Tide Pods? I don't necessarily think that TikTok would be a good idea as a replacement for your professional, quote-unquote, professional medical examiner. You know, the guest working a white coat. That person. Yeah. But back to this nonsense. Millions of millennials. Oh, well, hell, now it just makes sense. And Generation Z. You notice X ain't in there. Why? Because we've got common sense. Anyway, members are using social media to seek out information on health conditions. Are these crabs or just regular lice? Anyway, according to a new study in the U.S., I'm on a crab kick tonight, I guess. Maybe I need some seafood. I can't have that, though, because it would, violate the hell out of the Torah. Anyway, according to a new study in the U.S., U.K., Germany, China, and Japan. However, China's got a different TikTok. They've got, actually an educational, happy, joy TikTok to where we've got twerk, flash your boobs, and I don't know, TikTok. So, eat Tide Pods. And come here for your health care needs. Anyway, continuing, 1/3 or 33%, the 1/3's like the 1/3, of Gen Z members. Well, I was trying to help out the millennials. Those born between the late 1990s and the early 2010s use apps, including TikTok. Let me speak about that, by the way. Trying to turn the lights up, because I normally keep these lights pretty dim, like around 25%, because I like it dim. Unless I need light, and then I want the damn sun to be in the room. But so when I do the show, the light's on about 75%. And I tried to go into the app before the show to turn the lights up. Well, they were off because I had the floor lamp on for doing flight sim, because I need to put light on my face so this stupid camera can... I'm killing stuff. So this camera can pick up my eyes and my mouth, my nose, and track my head. Anyway, I got to have light in front of me. And the light behind me screws the camera up for detecting those things. So anyway, that's why I had that light on, this light off. I kid you not, it probably took me 3 minutes, at least 3 minutes, just to frickin' turn on my lights. And you think that was bad enough, you're asking for some kind of huge turn water into wine miracle to actually get in to that particular group of lights, because there's 3 up there, and turn the volume up. And I had to reboot my phone, then it still took, so I know I'm a long way from TikTok and health, but they can keep these apps and shove them firmly up their ass, because I don't want to have to use apps. It's nice to be able to use apps for things, but it sucks to be dependent on using apps for things. So it's nice, it's convenient when it works. When it doesn't, it's crazy. I just looked over at the chat. Yeah. I know, man. It's, I didn't even notice the Biden picture until you just said something. That's perfect. What's up, guys? So, anyway, yeah, kids are using TikTok to search out answers on their health. And, what the hell is going on in our society? I mean, during the whole sniffle, damn, my arm hurts thing, it just doesn't make any damn sense. None of it makes any damn sense. People were getting upset because folks wanted to go talk to their doctor about what they should do. And if people would say that to other people that were obviously pro, ouch, my damn arm hurts, then, they'd be, it'd be like that was a shocking thing that you'd want to go talk to your personal health care physician about whether or not your arm should hurt. I don't know. Now, as if that wasn't screwed up enough, the Tide Pod platform is now offering health advice for free. Take me home, country roads, to a place where I belong. I don't know about West Virginia. I don't know the rest of the song. Damn it, man. Something's wrong with me tonight. We're probably about to get nuked. No, I don't know. I'm here. Kinda. I'm not really super serious. Nuke me, damn it, I don't care. Let's see. Russia strikes intelligence center near Kiev. Well, if it was near Kiev, doesn't that kind of go a whole against the whole intelligent thing? Anyway, a Ukrainian/American electronic intelligence center located in the settlement of Brovary in the Kiev region has reportedly been struck by Russian missiles, according to a Monday update on the Russian Defense Ministry's official Telegram channel. Now, I told you, I had a feeling that Russia was about to reach out and tap on Ukraine because of the stuff that Ukraine's been doing. It says the ministry also reported that Russian missiles had hit the West Special Operations Center located near the city of, holy hell, Khmelnytsky in western Ukraine. The update states that Russia's armed forces have continued their offensive in the Donetsk direction, where they have neutralized over 250 Ukrainian servicemen, as well as a dozen pieces of military equipment, including 2 tanks. The Russian military also claims to have destroyed an ammunition depot near the city of... Well, the second one's Bakhmut, something like that, but the other one, Artyomovsk. Yeah, I haven't ever been able to say that one. As well as U.S.-made AN/TPQ-37 counter battery radar. Make sure you got all that. There's going to be a test. In the Kupyansk direction, because, that's that way, the ministry claims that Russian forces have eliminated up to 70 Ukrainian soldiers and killed or injured about 140 troops in the Krasno-Limansky direction. In the South Donetsk and Zaporozhye directions, which over there, they claim to have eliminated... Like I know. They claim to have eliminated up to 95 enemy combatants and up to 60 in the Kherson direction. Back your way. Let's see. In a similar update on Sunday, the ministry also announced the destruction of 6 sabotage and reconnaissance groups in the Kharkov region, as well as the shooting down of a Ukrainian Mi-8 helicopter near the village of Golubivka. Yeah. Since the launch, this is just going into the history of what they've claimed to have taken out. So yeah, that's not going completely nuts yet, but give it time. coffee time. That don't surprise me about TikTok recording your keystrokes and not being able to fully get rid of it. That doesn't surprise me a damn bit. I'm not into any of that stuff. I have an Instagram account for the Watchman News, but I don't use it, and I don't give a damn about it. I'm just not interested in all that stuff. I guess if I did this from a business aspect, it would only make sense to be on TikTok and all the other ones, right? But I'm not. So this isn't, Father told me to come here and speak. The Father didn't tell me to come and whore for Babylon to build an empire of people watching me. He absolutely didn't say to do that. All he said is build it. He didn't even say they would come. He just said build it. So I built it. Whatever. If he wants me to move a pile of rocks from here to over to there, guess what I'm going to be doing? I can't say that I wouldn't ever question him, because that's a bold-faced lie, and he would laugh his ass off to hear me say that lie. I question a lot. However, I don't, it's not that I'm questioning to be rebellious, I'm questioning to understand. And that's a good thing. Not questioning the wisdom. Trying to learn the wisdom. Anyway. Come on, load up. China hits back at U.S. over Russia. So, the next few tabs I have open, which I don't have a lot open tonight, it's going to be probably a relatively quick and easy night. The next 3 tabs are on China, and that is the situation that I'm really kind of keeping a close eye on right now. Says here, U.S. is sending weapons worth billions of dollars to Kiev while warning Beijing against assisting Moscow, a Chinese foreign ministry spokeswoman has insisted, adding that Washington is in no position to dictate Chinese-Russian relations. The U.S. has no right to dictate the China-Russia relations, and we will never accept coercion and pressure from the U.S., Mao Ning told journalists during a daily briefing on Monday. Now, with this, I want to bring up one other thing real quick. So, like a few days ago, CNN and other outlets were talking about, well, it was CNN that went on a P-8 aircraft, a Poseidon aircraft. And they just went with the Navy, I think it was, for their routine route through the South China Sea. And a very normal thing happened, but they made sure to get video of it and talk about it. Of course you would. I mean, but by no means should CNN or anybody else make it sound like anything other than a Tuesday. You know what I mean? What had happened was, as they were flying through the South China Sea, a Chinese fighter jet escorted them. Not a big deal. It wasn't hostile. Just did his job. Did the same damn thing that Americans do when China does that very same act. It's nothing. It's common. But I wanted to bring that up because, places like CNN and stuff like that, they'll blow that stuff up and make it seem like that is a big sticking. No, ignore that stuff. There's much other stuff to pay closer attention to going on. And it's not hidden or anything like that. It's just, you have to discern between what's really fighting words and what's just banter, and sometimes it can be a little tricky. But I'm a little concerned with this issue with China. Anyway, she was commenting on allegations by senior U.S. officials that Beijing has likely authorized the delivery of non-lethal aid to Russia despite warnings from Washington, and is considering the supply of artillery shells in the future. By the way, we'll be back on the regular channel in 2 days. It says 2 days, so I don't know if that means we'll be back Wednesday or if that means we'll be back Thursday. Either or. So, let's see. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan warned on Sunday that providing military assistance to Moscow will come at a real cost to China. The U.S. has already imposed Ukraine-related sanctions on 2 Chinese satellite companies. Mao said that Washington was peddling false information about weapons and sanctioning Chinese firms for no reason, describing this as hypocritical and a blatant act of bullying. They're tired of it. Like many other nations are tired of it. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating to know the absolute insanity that our government's partaking in. And it's like a runaway train. What are we going to do? There's only one thing I know to do, and nobody wants to have that conversation. So, and unfortunately, without that conversation and without where that conversation leads, we're pissing in the wind. Let's not bullshit ourselves. Let's just not. I'm not a fan of doing that. So, aside from making the change happen, making the change happen, it's not going to happen. So, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think we got a long way down. Chinese military put on high alert. As U.S. warplanes' recent flight through the Taiwan Strait is a threat to the stability of the region, a Chinese army spokesman stated, as cited by China Daily on Monday. A P-8A Poseidon anti-submarine patrol and reconnaissance aircraft flew through the strait separating this is actually talking about that. Flew through the strait separating mainland China and the self-governed island of Taiwan on Monday. A Chinese Su-27 took off and monitored the American spy plane along its path. Senior Colonel Shi Yi, a spokesman for the PLA Eastern Theater Command, said this maneuver deliberately damaged the regional situation and jeopardized peace and stability in the region. He added that the Chinese military was on high alert to resolutely safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity. The U.S. forces in the region acknowledged the maneuver. The United States will continue to fly, sail, and operate anywhere international law allows, including within the Taiwan Strait, the 7th Fleet Command said in a statement. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense confirmed that they knew of the P-8A's flight in a short official statement on the same day, calling the situation normal. Because it is. Back in June of 2022, the U.S. sent a P-8A into the Taiwan Strait soon after Beijing deployed 29 aircraft into Taiwan's self-declared Air Defense Identification Zone. Back then, Xi similarly accused the U.S. and Taiwan of hyping the maneuver up and testing China's determination by sending American warships through the straits. Taiwanese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Joanne Oh warned that the waterway was part of the international water. So in response to the U.S. spy plane fly-through, Beijing held their own military exercises in August. Pardon me. Like I say, there's nothing to be concerned on this particular stuff. This is just a Tuesday, essentially. I know it's Monday. I'm just saying. This is nothing. It's important to know that they're doing it, but don't let it worry you too much. It's normal. This is normal. You want to watch for, well, movement, obviously. It's not when they're talking that you need to really be concerned. It's when they quit talking that you need to be concerned. So, that's not an absolute, but way more often than not. Let's see. So then this came up. Headline says, "Stop smearing China with lab leak narrative, Beijing tells the U.S." Now, I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to go deep into it. You get the gist. How in the hell does anybody say anything with any confidence at all these days if they weren't personally involved in whatever the hell it is that they're discussing? I don't know. And it goes far beyond my knowledge sets anyway, but I don't know. I don't think it was an accident. Where it came from, I don't know. Brazil ignores U.S. demands. I mean, why not? Brazil has allowed 2 Iranian warships to dock in their country. Well, how dare you? We ought to get Greta over here. Anyway, the visit on Sunday comes after a diplomatic delay and in spite of U.S. pressure. Iranian warships Iris Makran and Iris Dina have docked in Rio de Janeiro, as confirmed by the Deputy Chief of Brazil's Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Carlos Eduardo Horta Arins. I'm sure I got that wrong. Let's see. The ships will remain there until March 4th, when they will depart further for the Panama Canal that divides the American continent. The decision comes in spite of U.S. Ambassador to Brazil Elizabeth Bagley's warning Brasilia not to allow the Iranian Navy to access to the South American port. She said at a press conference earlier this month that these ships facilitated illegal trade and terrorist activities. She added that, to date, no other countries have provided a port for these vessels. Isn't that racist? On what? Oh, yeah. And if it wasn't like physically developed here, we had our hand in it. I'm still very curious after hearing about one of the locations of said biolabs in Ukraine, and one of those biolabs was in a place called China. Chyna. China. And it often made me wonder, after I learned that little tidbit of information, it often made me wonder, when Trump would say it the particular way that he said it, is that what he was saying? Because he was really emphasizing that China, right? And that makes me suspicious. Anyway, I would agree. I don't anti-Semitic. Man, I'll tell you. I don't know. I don't have any clue of how this world's gonna look in 5 years. I'm not sure how much of this damn world will be left in 5 years. See, I'm not one of those people that will let myself run away for too long with ideals, especially if they're not realistic. Like, for instance, I don't celebrate the 4th of July. Why? Do I need to explain why? I shouldn't even have to explain why. Celebrating the 4th of July is literally pissing all over and slapping the founders of this nation. Plain and simple. To celebrate something that they instituted that we let go. And we're going to be bold enough to celebrate it? Yeah, I'm not good with that. Sorry. Hey, if we want to fix this, if we want to act like Americans are supposed to act, then, yeah, let's do it. But I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. The American people, and it is what it is, I can't change it. Americans are very, very self-absorbed. And at an alarmingly increasing rate. People are willing to throw anybody under the bus at this point. Just be able to keep a good handhold on that rung of the ladder where they're at. And what people are willing to do to climb up that ladder is pretty nuts at this point. I don't see this getting any better. And I've talked a few times recently about how, our government is a representation of us, and it is, because hey, they couldn't get away with the stuff they're doing if we didn't let them. Well, what do you mean we're letting them? We're letting them. We're letting them. Have you went out and bought a pitchfork? Have you went out and bought a torch? Most people have not. In fact, I would say that most people have not even seriously entertained the thought. I get it. There was only 3% of the people that kicked off the Revolutionary War. I get it. I get that we probably have more than 3% now. But what I also get is that these damn internet cables transfer information a hell of a lot faster than them frickin' horses did. And we would get stamped down by the time we got a chance to stand up. And that's a fact, Jack. These bastards are tracking, tracing, and databasing everything we do. That's why I tell people, and I mean it when I say don't do anything on the internet that you wouldn't just do right in front of a federal agent. And I mean that. private messages, emails. I don't give a damn if it's Proton Mail. I don't give a damn what VPN you have. I don't give a damn. None of it. It's a connection, yo. And it goes two ways. Anything we do, anywhere we go, they have record of it. In detail. In detail. Before we got a chance to stand up, they would have us stomped down. You can bet. Why? Because the only ones that's dumb enough to just do it that way, they're not real bright. They're not real bright. And to be real honest, you don't see it happening. Come on. How many... Because you know damn well if they had them to claim, they would be doing it. Oh, but they were going to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. What, the FBI was going to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer? Because it was pretty much all the FBI involved in that. There was like a few people that got led into a trap, which is how it usually goes. You don't see this stuff popping up because it don't happen. We don't have people out there making serious moves with a serious intent to try to right this ship in this country. And when and if it happens, you'll know. You'll hear about it. And they'll get stamped down long before they get a chance to stand up. The only way you're going to get a chance to stand up against this behemoth government is if you do it analog. And I mean that. Analog. Everything. Analog. And when I say I mean no ham radio, no none of that. No. Analog. Like, we're talking handwritten notes sent with messengers type of stuff. And, come on. Many people can't be bothered with making their own cup of coffee. They have to go somewhere and buy a cup. Hey, I didn't make this world. I just got to live in it. And I'm not going to lie to myself, and I'm not going to lie to anybody else. I'm not going to lie to God. I don't have the energy for that bullshit. Nor the desire. I want this to be fixed. I know what it's going to take, and it's going to take a lot of absolute grit and hard work, a lot of pain, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm concerned about the number of Americans that are actually up for the task, and then even more concerned about those that would be up for the task that are actually even interested in trying to complete the task. So it is what it is. Get prepared to the best of your ability and ride this bitch down. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. That's just being realistic with you. It's one thing I don't understand, whether it's news, whether it's prepping channels or anything like that, this false hope that we're going to fix it. Can anybody show me anywhere where it says that's going to happen? Besides CNN or some nonsense like that? Because I know the good book said we've got a long way to go down. And one hell of a battle before there's an up. So I just don't bullshit myself or anybody else. I mean, it's not that I'm a pessimist. I'm a realist. At the same time, I am an optimist. Hey, there ain't anything I can do about all this macro shit that's happening, but I can prepare in my micro and make it the best I can. That I can control. That is within my realm, my power of doing. Whether or not it'll be enough to overcome and offset the macro, well, I guess that's yet to be determined. Alright, enough me jacking, yabbering, just running off at the mouth. Pretty soon I'm going to start foaming and start making weird noises and probably bite the dog or something. But anyway, let's see. Do some headlines, get the hell out of here. I can go bite the dog. Let's see. Russian IT industry expanding, says an official. Just make sure you watch the air pressure because you don't want to make it too big. Russia boosts oil exports to China, says Bloomberg. Hungary outlines flaws with arms shipments to Ukraine. Yeah, we're sending them all the shit. That's a pretty big flaw. EU member blasts Brussels over sanctions on journalists. Ex-Russian president warns of nuclear apocalypse. Unlike the alpacalypse, which are far less dangerous. EU nation calls for UN probe into terrorist attack. Iranian FM reveals nuclear signals from U.S. Well, as long as you don't get mixed signals. I don't know. What's this thing for a while? I don't know. Maybe that Iranian FM could maybe, I don't know, share a bathroom stall with Biden or something, and maybe they could touch feet underneath the divider or something. Isn't there something with that? I'm sure all would be good with that. China hits back at U.S. over Russia. Oh, I covered that. Britain and the EU may finalize crucial Brexit issue. Russia no longer at mercy of global elite, says Lavrov. A Russian spy chief reacts to claim by CIA director. Impact of Ukrainian arms deliveries on German military revealed. A fresh deadly quake in Turkey. U.S. headed for national divorce, says Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's not the first time she's talked about this. Kremlin comments on Chinese peace plan for Ukraine. Musk fires more Twitter staff. I covered that one. And that one. Russia explains halt in oil exports to Poland. Landmark U.S. military victory slammed as evil. Impossible to escape prison except first inmates. Didn't they say that about Alcatraz too? EU reveals cost of latest and anti-Russia sanction. James Bond books to be updated over racist references, says Telegraph. West considers ultimatum for Ukraine, says the media. SpaceX launch halted with minutes to go. Ex-White House doctor warns of Biden's danger. Which one? UK and EU strike post-Brexit deal. Musk condemns racist media. I mean, Musk would condemn racism because he is indeed an African American. So, I get it. Let's see. Kremlin's ideologist, turned critic, dies at age 72. Oh, I missed that one. A Zelensky aide explained why Ukraine won't let men leave. Because they're gay? No, because they want them to die in combat. That's why. And they're gay. So, Brazil ignores U.S. demands. Oh, I covered that. Nord Stream blasts harmed Baltic wildlife, says scientists. Yeah, them guppies, man, it screwed them up. They're great-great-great-grandkids. You know, the great-great-great-grand guppies, they're going to be born dizzy as a result. Ecological disaster. I mean, who knows where they're going to wind up? I mean, guppies, what if they swim south of the equator? What's going to happen to those guppies? You know, could you have an invasive guppy problem around South Africa? Could that be an issue? I mean, what if the guppies were made in such a manner that it choked the natural fish in the South African area? Then that would cause a massive ecological disaster. Man. Better not mess with that. EU nation backs Chinese peace plan. EU reveals Serbia-Kosovo normalization proposal. And that's it, unless we want to talk more about guppies. Because I could make up a bunch of shit about guppies. I'm kidding. Gotta have fun with what you can. Anyway, that's all the nonsense I got for you. I can't think of anything else. Actually, ready to lay down and get some rest. I'm just tired and sore, and I think tomorrow is the beginning of the warm up, and I think there's only kind of one cooler day in the forecast. So, yeah, buddy, I can't wait until we're full on spring and things are really warming up. So once in a while I get that, you know, literally, like maybe I've got that sad, you know, the seasonal affective disorder, you know, aka hypochondria. Maybe I've got sad. Anyway, I know. Send me all the emails, care of douchebag at the Watchman News. You can send all the emails you want there. Douchebag at thewatchmannews.com. I'm sure I'll get them. Let's see. Make sure you spend hours on that hate in those emails. Just to get it bounced back. Anyway, I don't know, man. Just keep continuing to get ready, because this shit show is going to get messy sooner or later. I'm not even remotely burnt out on preparedness or anything like that. This is like the slowest, longest drug out SHTF that I could ever imagine, and that's how they go. That's normal. That is just like a grinding you into the ground kind of thing, and it sucks. But anyway, who knows? 2 days, there could be nukes all over the place, and we ain't got to worry about none of it. I'm kidding. It could happen, but I'm kidding. Anyway, I don't know. All I've got's nonsense. It's either nonsense or guppy bullshit, one of the two, and I don't know that I'm up so much for either anymore. I want to go cry. Oh, nah, I don't know. I'm bored, but I'm tired, so I'm not going to go into flight sim or none of that fun stuff, so I am going to get out of here. I am going to take my happy ass to bed, and God willing, I'll see you cats tomorrow night. So, anyway, I appreciate everybody coming. I double appreciate you putting up with my whatever the hell's wrong with that brain. And I hope to see you tomorrow. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit, and shalom.